Hi, everyone. We would like to welcome you to Real Talk. I'm your host, Pat Terrio. It's that time of year again where we're definitely wanting to do things to give awareness to breast cancer. We've got the Delta Sigma Theta ladies here today, and they're going to tell us all about the 3 Mile Walk for the Cure. We've got Raider Conaway, who's the president of the Deltas. How are you doing, Raider?
I'm doing fine. What about yourself?
Doing very well. And we've got Tammy Howard, who is the chair for this particular walk for next month. Hi, Tammy.
Hey, how are you?
Doing great. Now listen, Radar, we want you to kind of get the people out there familiar with your sorority and some of the work that you've already done.
Okay. As you stated earlier, my name is Raider Conaway, and I'm pleased to be the chapter president for the Dublin Lawrence Alumni Chapter. We have been in the community since our chartering in 1996. And since that time, we have been very active in the community through our community service projects. Delta Sigma Theta is about community service and about community outreach so that we can serve the underserved and the underprivileged. We do numerous activities throughout the year. Some of our service projects include things like our voter registration drive, where we're trying to encourage all adult citizens to use their voice through the voter registration process. So we do voter registration drives. We're about to kick off our annual breast cancer walk. We also take care of the needy at Thanksgiving time through our different food drives in our local counties. Each year we sponsor a needy child because we feel that it's so important for every child to feel loved at Christmas. So at Christmas time we do our sponsor a needy child. Throughout the year, we also focus on our high school seniors through sponsorships of book scholarships so that they can have that extra assistance when they go off to college. We also sponsor adult education scholarships as well. So we are very active in our community. It's all about giving back. And if we can reach back and give back to the community and make it a better place than what we found it in, then I think that we're doing our job as a sorority.
Absolutely. Now, your sorority is all about giving back. And how long have you been a part of the Deltas?
I have been a Delta since 1999. So I celebrated 15 years this past April.
And still going strong.
Still going strong and no plans to quit.
No plans to quit.
plans to
And now,
quit.
so outside of your work with the Deltas, what do you do here in the community? Want to let them know that?
Here in the community, I'm very active at work. I serve as the Director of Admissions at Oconee Fall Line Technical College, and I'm also a recent graduate of the Leadership Dublin Lawrence. So that has definitely helped me to hone my leadership skills so that I can be a part of other nonprofit agencies as well.
Fantastic. So you're doing great things, Raider.
I hope so.
You definitely are. All right, Tammy, let's segue into you. Tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us about what you're doing to chair this breast cancer walk.
Hi, I'm Tammy Howard. I am a teacher at Dublin High School, most recent Teacher of the Year at my school.
Had to give a shout out
Yes,
for that.
I
You had to
know.
slow that down. You don't just
Yes.
say that so fast. Teacher of the Year.
Correct.
Very
correct.
good. Congratulations to you.
And I love green and gold. I have been involved with Delta Sigma Theta sorority, the Dublin Lawrence chapter, since 2004. So we just celebrated our 10th year anniversary in April
Very
of
good.
being a Delta. And this is my first year chairing a great event, which is our 3 Mile Walk for the Cure. And I love to do anything to help with women's health. So I'm excited about it. And we've been working very hard on trying to plan and coordinate this event for October 18th.
Now, when you're talking about working really hard, what goes into getting an event like this from soups to nuts to get into the fruition? Because there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes.
Yes.
It truly is.
Yeah.
First thing is getting a place to have the walk. And Fairview Park has been so gracious in offering their track for us to allow all of our participants to participate. So contacting individuals at Fairview Park to make sure that we can also have our walk there is one of the main things. And then getting a committee together of members of Delta Sigma Theta sorority involved and interested in the goal of making sure this walk is the best walk yet. And from deciding on T-shirts to what we're going to say on our flyer,
Right.
to our theme, And what we're selling at our walk and the people we invite to offer community service hours there, like for instance, face painting, having individuals there for entertainment. Because we want to make sure that this is a family event.
Right.
Even though it's about breast cancer, and a lot of times many people think it affects women, it affects the entire family. So
Absolutely.
we want to make sure that we have community involvement with other organizations that are willing. So contacting those individuals and publicity, getting the word out with radio and TV,
Right.
which is a big thing with TV 35. So
Right.
we do thank you all.
We
for
certainly
helping.
support the breast cancer walk, so we're glad to have you on.
Well, I mean, it's a lot to do, but it's great work to do. It allows for us within our sorority to bond because we have community, meetings, and it gives us a chance to tackle those small things that
Yeah.
many people never think about that goes on.
So how big is this committee now? You're talking about, I remember last year, the walk was just so amazing.
Yes.
I mean, I think for me it was life-changing. It was very emotional. You had the candle lighting, and I lit one for my sister, and I cried. I cried because it was so, just to see the amount of people that were there. You saw the diversity that were there, the people that were, walking on behalf of family members who are survivors, as well as family members that lost the fight. And so it was just so overwhelmingly beautiful. And
Well,
so,
thank you.
and that was the finished product. And right now you're in the stages of getting the sponsorship and getting the partners that are, part of it. So tell us about who's on your committee and the different people that you're partnering with to get them in there to try to be a part of this event.
Well, our committee is everyone that is involved in our chapter, but we do have a small committee of about 15 of us that join. It's open. We don't exclude anyone to join our committee within our sorority.
Correct.
As far as sponsors, we are seeking sponsors now. So we have a sponsor letter for anyone who's wishing to partner with us or even, take the time out to share in the involvement of our program. We're, welcoming them as well.
And be specific with that. So we really want you all, if you have an organization or individuals that would like to be sponsors for the Breast Cancer Walk, are there any type of businesses that you're looking for in particular, or are you leaving that open?
We're pretty much leaving it open. If you are interested in sponsorship, we do have a number that you can contact myself or my co-chair, because I do have a co-chair. And we will definitely get the information out to you about sponsoring anything at our walk. So we do appreciate anyone who's just interested in it. And the letters and our flyers will be coming out in the paper. So please contact the numbers on there.
Absolutely. And we'll have the numbers at the end of the show so that you can make sure that you'll have that information to write down. And so last year's event, so how was that for you all? Because I kind of gave, what it was like for me partaking in that. How was it for you all to see all of your work finally come in to full-fledged, this is the day, and that was your 4th annual, this is the 5th one
Yes,
coming up. So each year, you kind of see what can you do differently and what worked and what didn't work. So what is your assessment from last year as opposed to what you want to see differently perhaps? Or did you want to continue that path on for this walk?
I think we want to continue on that path. Each year it gets bigger and better, and we have that overwhelming community support to actually have done all the groundwork and to actually see people show up that day. It is so amazing and heartfelt when you have that community push, because this is a community coalition. It's not something that we're just trying to do alone in the name of Delta, but
Right.
we're trying to partnership with our community and make a difference. Of course, we tried each year to add different things to the program. One thing that we're doing this year is issuing out a church challenge. We want all of our faith-based communities to be involved. So we will be recognizing churches who have the most participants. So we want all businesses, churches, nonprofit, other great organizations to come on board and be a part of this awesome 3-mile walk for the cure.
That sounds great. So any church out there
Any.
that has the most members or participants come out for the walk.
We will recognize them.
Fantastic. So churches, that's on you. That's your challenge, to make sure you get your members to register for the breast cancer walk. We want to make sure that we get all of those dates out, as far as registration and deadlines for different things.
Right, we'll have 2 dates at the Dublin Mall, which is on September 20th, 12 to 3, as well as September 27th, 12 to 3.
Very good.
And we'll be in the front part of the mall, right there at the open spot. So you feel free to come by, check in with us. We'll also have some breast cancer items that we plan to sell, hats and bandanas, things like that to get you ready for the walk.
Yes, yes.
And you got to have that gear, so we're trying to make sure you have
Gotta
that.
have that gear. And the T-shirts, I remember from last year. Are the T-shirts going to be a little different this year, or are you going to stick with the same design?
We got a different design, and your T-shirt will come with your registration fee. Registration fee is $20, and you'll get that T-shirt, and it is a beautiful design.
Very
We
good.
changed the color of the shirt, but you got to come to see what color it is.
I was going to ask you what color, so I'll know how to match my hat. And so the actual event is what date? We want to make sure we reiterate that to make sure that they know.
October 18th, 9 to 12, and check-in is at 8 a.m. at Fairview Park Hospital's track.
That's going to be such an exciting event. And not just, when you talk about this being a breast cancer walk or walk for the cure, any cancer, anyone who's affected by cancer or how it's touched your family or touched your home in any way should come out. And I remember having names of people in my family who I had lost to cancer, the people that I was walking in honor of. We spoke with several people who were breast cancer survivors themselves, and some that were battling cancer at that given time. And so I think that's what was so touching, is that the people that you saw, and just to hear their stories and the reasons for walking, and just how they were interacting,
Yes.
mingling.
The music.
The music, yes, the music. They had the great vendors out there. Zumba.
Yes.
I can't even dance, honey, but I would certainly Zumba just a little bit.
We're going to have all that and more. So
Very
come out
good.
and see.
Very good. So we're gonna take a break for just a moment. Thank you so much, Raider, for everything that you have been doing within the community, that you've been doing with your Delta Sigma Theta sorority, and we just appreciate you very much.
Thank you.
Tammy, we're going to be back with you, and then we're going to
Yes.
have your nurse come in, and she's going to give us some just wonderful statistics in just a moment. So we'll be back.
At Farmers Home Furniture, we are celebrating our 65th anniversary, and we want to honor you with our biggest sale of the year.
You can save 30% on a furniture purchase of $8.99 or more when you open an account at Farmers Furniture.
We have special financing available for any budget, including 12 months, no interest.
Open an account at $8.99 or more and save 10% on electronics and appliances.
Fast, dependable delivery that you can count on.
Here's just one example. This furniture set normally priced at $19.99, now only $13.99.
Put this side by side on your account and save $130.
Come see the difference an employee-owned company makes. Farmers Home Furniture, for your life.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We've been getting some great information about what the Delta Sigma Thetas have been doing, and especially with the Walk for the Cure that's coming up next month. We have Kendra Harswell here with us, who's new to the dais. She is a nurse, and she's also the co-chair with Tammy Howard. How are you?
I'm doing good well. How are you?
Very well. So glad to have you here.
Thank you.
I think this is our first time meeting.
It is.
But you know, I always try to blend in with you Deltas. Crimson and cream, honey.
Those are the colors.
That's it. Everybody want to wear the crimson.
Everybody
and cream.
wants to wear it, but everybody can't be it,
That's
right?
it. That's
Very
it.
good. All right, so tell us a little bit about yourself before we go into your profession. And I want to also speak specifically, giving some statistics about cancer to really bring awareness.
Okay.
Okay, tell us about you, darling.
All right.
All
My
right.
name is Kendra Harswell. I'm a lifelong resident of Soperton, Georgia. I am married to Willie Harswell, and together we have 5 children.
5 children.
5 children.
You go, girl. What are the age ranges?
The youngest, but we have 2 that are 19 at the same time, and then they go up all the way to 28.
You go, girl.
Yes,
Look at you. You
yes.
look fabulous. When did you
Yes.
start? Were you about 8 or 9? Or?
No, I just actually had one. We married and we
Very
brought him
good.
in.
I
Yeah,
got
they're
you. This is
mine
like
now.
the Brady Bunch.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
The Brady Bunch. And tell us what you do for a living.
I'm a registered nurse. I've been a registered nurse for 9 years. I currently work with Carl Vinson VA Medical Center here in Dublin, Georgia.
Very good.
Yes.
Do you have a particular area of expertise in nursing?
I actually have worked in med surg before, but now I'm currently working in outpatient mental health.
That's probably very interesting.
It is very interesting.
You know, and we appreciate the work that you do at the Veterans Hospital because, you know, the work that they do for the veterans, what you all do, I mean, you can't even, it's just amazing.
It is. It's rewarding.
It
really
is. It absolutely is. All right, now, so let's talk about what you're doing now as co-chair with Ms. Tammy Howard.
All right. I'm actually a very new member to Delta Sigma Theta.
Is that so? This is a tenure, Tammy. You're a tenure, right?
She's a tenure. I'm a 5 month.
This is the
I'm a 5 month.
This is the baby Delta.
But I have been busy. I have been busy.
Well,
the
let's
whole
talk
5
about
months.
what you've been doing then.
I am. I'm the co-chair of this great event, the Breast Cancer Walk, that is going to happen again on October the 18th at Fairview Park Hospital. I'm really excited about it because this is my actual first walk being involved as a Delta. I have been involved before just as a walker, but this year we want it to be different. We want to do more every year, and I'm glad to be part of the 5th year. So Tammy has been very gracious, has helped me out a lot, you know, with a lot of information, and we've just been really, really busy trying to get things together
Very good.
here and make sure that this event is for everyone to enjoy.
Absolutely. Now, Tammy, what things have you delegated to her? Because when you talk about co-chair, I mean, you're kind of having to split some things off to make sure certain things are covered.
Well, one thing is she is a great note taker. So she's been recording our minutes, and she has not missed a beat. And through that, she's been reminding me to get that agenda done, to make sure that everything is covered and check on individuals that I've delegated actual things to do for the T-shirts,
Right.
for the registrations, for the sponsorships. So we've been working together and making sure that we have people on the ends of our wings coordinating events as well. So.
And so these 5 months, they have had you going here.
I have been busy.
And are you having fun?
I'm having fun. I'm having fun. That's what it's all about. I joined Delta because I wanted to be part of something that was larger than I was. I wanted to help. And I wanted to be part of an organization that had the same morals and the same values that I shared. And that Delta has been it. It has been it. And it's really a rewarding experience. It really has been.
And that's what it's about. That's what's so very important because, you know, when you're undergraduate and you're in college and you try to decide which sorority and which fraternity to pledge, you know, there's so many out there.
That's right.
And it is very important to really understand what it means to join a sorority or a fraternity because even after you're out of school, you know, the alumni chapters, you're still giving back.
That's right.
It's a lifetime commitment.
It is.
And so you're committed now.
I am committed. I am committed. And I'm enjoying it. I am committed.
Very good. All right. Now let's talk, Kendra. Let's talk some statistics about cancer because it is more to it than just a walk. There's a reason. There's a purpose.
That's it.
And let's talk about some of those statistics.
This is very dear to me because I am a nurse, I think. I've had patients before that have had other types of cancer, but also breast cancer.
Right.
More than anything, when you're dealing with patients with a diagnosis of cancer, you have to be empathetic. You have to not sympathize with them, but be empathetic. You have to understand their feelings, their family's feelings,
Right.
because they have a lot of emotions that are going on, and that's right, you have a lot going on. And so as a nurse, you try to make sure that they are having the best care during that difficult time. Make sure they can get the best result from their situation, because every situation is individual. You have over 200,000 people that will be diagnosed with breast cancer this year.
That's huge.
It's a lot of people. And of that 200,000, 40,000 would die. That's a large number.
And you know, we recently did a show to feature the mammography, the mammography department about, just bringing awareness.
That's exactly right.
And, and there's so many women, and we know this can be a man's cancer as well.
Oh, that's correct.
A male. But there's so many people that don't even take the precautionary measures of getting examined.
That's right. That's right. That's why it's so important. More than anything, we want people to be aware. We want to raise awareness. We want to raise education. We want people to understand that this is something that can be prevented. You can try to prevent this. And what we want you to do is make sure that you go to your doctor regularly, have your regular physical checkups. We want to make sure that you do your monthly breast self-exams. Right. And I know we have a lot going on, but as for me, I remember by doing it on the 7th of the month, because that's the birth date of me.
Right.
I was born the 7th of whatever month I was born, so I do mine on the 7th.
On the 7th.
So that would be
a good. That's a good way.
That's a good way. That's the way I remember it. So maybe someone else can catch on to that and actually go by that also. Also, we want to make sure that you go to your doctor, and whatever they recommend for you to have a mammogram, you need to have those done. And if you feel anything or see anything that's unusual, you need to go to the doctor. Early detection is the key. It saves lives. It saves lives.
It really does. And so with my sister, one of my sisters that had breast cancer, and that early detection.
That's it.
But the fact that they did find it. And so being the fact that there are 9 girls in our family, that really brought awareness to us as individuals. It's like, okay, the cancer has no respect of person.
It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. So it draws it in, and it makes you more aware that, okay, and your family more aware that, hey, this is real. It hit home.
Yes.
And before it gets to that point, though, we need to make sure that we need to do what we need to do to prevent this, and making sure that people are aware and educated, and make sure that they take the measures, the preventive measures.
And that's so true, and we're so glad that you brought that up. Any other statistics that you want to share out there with the public that they should be aware of concerning breast cancer or cancer in general?
More than anything, I would like to share that, like you said a few minutes ago, it is not just a women's disease. Men can actually get breast cancer. It is rare, but it can happen. So we want them to know also that this walk is for them too. We don't want it to just be a women's walk.
Right.
We want everyone to come out. We want the whole family to come out.
Absolutely.
We want husband and wives to come out
Absolutely.
together and actually walk. We want men to be aware that breast cancer can actually affect them also.
And so the precautionary measures that men need to take, how different is that?
They actually need to do breast self-exams themselves.
The same as women.
The same as women. And
That's
if they
good.
feel any hardness, any lump, everyone knows their body. If you feel anything that is not normal, that you normally feel, you need to go to the doctor and have that seen about.
Absolutely. And I'm hypersensitive about that. Anytime something doesn't feel right.
If it doesn't feel right,
Yes,
you
I'd
need
like
to have
to
it
come
seen
in.
about.
I'm very hypersensitive
That's right.
about that.
That's right.
And so, because cancer has affected my family on different gamuts.
That's right.
Tam, is there any last words that you'd like to share with the people out there, just to make sure, even if we've already said it, if there's anything else you want to make sure that you get across?
I just want to reiterate, registration is $20. You do receive a T-shirt. All proceeds do get donated to the American Cancer Society. So we take the proceeds and we give them back for more research and cancer treatment. So.
Oh, that's very good. And you've got to give a shout out to your son.
Oh yes, my son Quincy. I am a mother of 2. I'm married. I've been married for 17 years.
Very
A lot
nice.
of people don't believe it, but
Very nice.
And I have 2 children. Quincy Howard, a new Dublin Middle School Irish.
Woo, woo, go
6th grader.
Irish. We have to give a shout out to him because he's here in the studio, and we definitely don't want to leave him out. All right, any last words for you?
I wanted to share with you our theme for this year.
Yes.
Our theme for this year is on the wings of hope. And with that being said, we're hopeful
Yeah.
that a cure will be found for breast cancer.
Absolutely.
That's what it's about. Hope means to have anticipation.
Absolutely.
We're anticipating a cure, and that's
Amen.
what it's about.
Amen, and that's beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Thank you so much for
Pleasure
having
meeting
us.
you for the first time.
Thank you.
And
Thank
Tammy,
you.
Miss Teacher of the Year.
Yes.
It has been awesome having you here, and thank you to Raider Conway. That's all the time we have today for you all for Real Talk. We hope that you've gotten the information that you need concerning breast cancer, concerning the 3 Mile Walk for the Cure, which is the 5th annual, which is sponsored by the Delta Sigma Thetas. And please come out and take a walk with us in October with the Hope for the Cure. Thank you all so much for watching Real Talk, and please keep watching.